Dear children, let us solve the question number 5.3 in your NCERT textbook. See the question. A woman starts from her home at 9 a.m., walks with a speed of 5 km per hour on a straight road up to her office, 2.5 km, and stays at the office up to 5 p.m. and returns home by an auto with a speed of 25 km per hour. Choose a suitable scale and plot the xt graph of her motion. So now you have to choose the graph. So this is xt graph. So along the x-axis, take the time scale in the hour. Along the y-axis, take the distance in kilometer. Okay, then just mark. So initial time is 9 o'clock, or you can start from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, or you can start with the 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3 up to 5 o'clock, just mark. And the distance, the maximum distance is 2.5 km. Just you can write it as split it into 0.5 hour, 0.5 kilometer, 0.5, 1 kilometer, 1.5 to 2.5 kilometer. Just mark in the y-axis. So now you can have the x and t values. Okay, x and t values. So when she is at home, then the distance is 0. She starts her journey at 9 o'clock. Okay. So when she is at 2.5 kilometer from, okay, she will reach the office. Then what is the time? So we have the equation: speed equal to total distance by time taken. Or so you will get the time equal to total distance by the speed. Okay, what is the distance she covered? 2.5 kilometer. So that is 2.5 by what is the speed? That is 5. The initial speed was 5 km per hour. Therefore 2.5 by 5 is nothing but 0.5. Okay, 0.5 hour. So 0.5 hour is nothing but 30 minutes. So she reaches the office. To reach the office, she takes 30 minutes. Okay, when she starts her journey at 9 o'clock, means she will reach the office at 9:30. Clear? Therefore, when x value was 0, the time is 9 o'clock. When the x value is 2.5 kilometer, the time is 9:30. Okay, so we'll get this point. Join these 2 points. Then from 9:30 to up to 5. Okay, she is at 2.5 kilometer only. That is, she is at office. When the time is 10 o'clock, when the time is 10, she is at 2.5 kilometer only. The time is 11, she is at 2.5, and time is 12, she is at 2.5 only. Okay, similarly up to 5 o'clock, she is at 2.5 kilometer only. Okay, then after 5 o'clock, she starts return journey. With the speed of 25 kilometer. Okay, 25 kilometer. Then what is the time taken to reach home? Okay, time taken to reach at 0th position. So that is, once again take the same equation, t equal to d by s. So what is the distance? That is 2.5 for return journey, 2.5. Okay, so then what is the speed? She returns with the 25 km per hour. So you will get 0.1 hour. Okay, 0.1 hour is nothing but 6 minutes. Okay, So at 5.06 hour, 5.06 hour, she reaches her home. Okay, so you can join these two values here. At 5.06 p.m. she reaches her home. You can join the points C and D. Okay, this is how we can draw the graph for this question. Okay, guys, hope you understood this problem, how to draw x and t graph for our motion. So thank you. Dear children, now let us solve the question number 3.4 in your chapter motion in a straight line. So in your textbook, see this question 3.4. So see the question. A drunkard walking in a narrow lane taken 5 steps forward and 3 steps backward. Okay, followed again by 3 steps forward and 3 steps backward, so on. Each step is 1 meter long, requires 1 second. Plot the xt graph of his motion. Determine graphically and otherwise how long the drunkard taken to fall in a pit 13 meters away from the start. Okay, have you understood the question? So a drunkard who drinks heavily, so he starts his forward journey. Okay, initially it takes 5 steps. Okay, 5 steps. Each step is 1 meter long, 1 meter long, and for each step it takes 1 second. Okay, 1 second time. So afterwards he comes back 3 steps in the backward direction. 3 steps. Okay, like this. So what is the total time taken? Now 8 second. 8 second. Now he covers only the 2 meter. Only the 2 meter. Okay. Now the total time is 8 second. Then he moves in the forward direction. He takes 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now what is the time? So 5 second, 3 second, 1 second, 5. Now the time is 13 second. 13 second. But what is the total distance he covers? So now from here to here. Okay. What is the total distance covered? That is 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2. He covers only the 7 meters. 7 meters. Like this, we have to calculate the time and distance, and then we have to plot the graph. Okay. So just calculate the time and the distance. Time and the distance. See this table. So we need time as well as distance. So when the time is 5 seconds, he covers 5 meters. 5 meters, clear. When the time is 5 plus 3, that is totally 8 seconds, means he moves back with the 3 steps. Therefore, what is total distance covered? 5 minus 3, that is 2. 5 minus 3, that is 2. Okay, he covers only the 2 meter. Then he moves in the forward direction. He takes 5 steps, that is 5 seconds, extra 5 seconds. That means 8 plus 5 is 13 seconds. 13 seconds. Now he is moving in the forward direction. Initially, he is in the 2 meter away from the initial position. Therefore, 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay, like this you have to calculate the distance up to what? Up to 13 meter, because the pit is at 13 meter. In the question it is given. Okay, at what time he will fall on the pit? Okay, what time he will fall on the pit? It is at the distance 13 meter from him. Okay, so that we have to draw this graph. So see the graph. When the time is 5 seconds, he reaches 5 meter. Okay, this is the point what we get. Then join this line. Okay, so that is the initial line we get. So along the axis we have taken the time. Along the y-axis we have taken the distance. Clear. So then after moving the 5 steps forward, he moves back 3 steps backward direction. Okay, so what is the time taken? 5 plus 3, that is 8 seconds, but the distance covered is 5 minus 3, that is 2. 5 minus 3, that is 2. You will get this point. Clear? Clear? At 8 second, okay, he set 2 meter. Then join these 2 points. In the same manner, then he is moving in the forward direction. It takes 5 seconds. Therefore, 8 plus 5, that is 13. Okay, so 13 at the 13th second. So 5 plus 2. Okay, he moves at 7 meter. This point. Then join these 2. Okay, like this, if you join means up to 13 meter. To reach the 13 meter, he will take what time? Almost 37 second. 37 second. Okay, this is how we can calculate the answer. Okay, you can see in the table also. To reach 13 meter, he has taken 37 seconds. Okay, so consider the question number 3.5. A jet airplane traveling at the speed of 500 km per hour ejects its products of combustion at the speed of 1500 km per hour relative to the jet plane. What is the speed of the latter with respect to the observer on the ground? Okay, so if this is the aeroplane or a jet, okay, so it is moving in the forward direction. At the same time, it ejects the gas in the opposite direction. So this is a question. So then we have to see what is the velocity, what is the speed of the latter with respect to observer. Okay, what is the speed of this gas with respect to observer? We have to find that one. Then what is the speed of the jet? That is 500 km per hour. What is the speed of the gas? That is 1500 km per hour. Okay, so write the given things. So Vj, that is velocity of the jet, then velocity of the gas with respect to the jet, not with respect to the observer, with respect to the jet is that is in the opposite direction, that is minus 1500 km per hour with respect to the jet. Okay, jet is moving in the forward direction, so gas is moving in the backward direction, therefore it is negative. Okay, we need to find what is the speed of the gas with respect to the ground or observer. Okay, so this is the relative velocity. We know V of AB equal to VA minus VB. In the same manner, we can write VGJ, that is V of gas with respect to jet, that is VG minus VJ. Okay, so what is the relative velocity here? That is minus 1500. Okay, so we don't know the velocity of the gas, so that is Vg minus what is the velocity of the jet? That is 500 kilometers. So just substitute the values in this equation, that is minus 1500 equal to Vg minus 500, or just bring the minus 500 to the left hand side. You will get Vg equal to minus 1500 plus 500, that is minus 1000 km per hour. Okay, so this is the velocity of the gas. Okay, so that is in the negative direction. The speed of the latter with respect to observer on the ground will be this much, that is 1000 km per hour. This negative is with respect to the jet only. So with respect to the ground, okay, the person who is standing on the ground also observe this same velocity with what the gas is moving in the backward direction. Consider the question number 3.6 in your textbook. A car moving along the straight highway with a speed of 126 km per hour is brought to stop within a distance of 200 meter. What is the retardation of the car assumed uniform, and how long does it take for the car to stop? Okay, so have you understood the question? A car is moving in a highway. What is the speed? 126 km per hour is brought to stop at a distance 200 meter. When he applies the brake at this point, it stops at the distance 200 meter. Okay, so therefore after stopping the car, what is the velocity? So that is the final velocity is 0. Okay, after stopping the car, final velocity is 0. Therefore, what is the initial velocity? It is moving with this velocity, that is 126 km per hour. The initial velocity V0 equal to 126 km per hour. Then what is the final velocity? After stopping, the final velocity will be 0. Okay, just write the given things. What initial velocity? 126 km per hour. Okay, you can convert it into meter per second. How to convert? That is 126 into 1000. Okay, that is, you will get in the terms of meter. This is in the terms of kilometer. 126 in 1000, that is in terms of meter. You can write 126,000 by how many seconds per hour? That is 3600. Okay, so like this. And also you can calculate this 126 into 5 by 18. This also you can use. So 126,000 by 3600, what is the value you will get? 35 meter per second. Okay, so this is the initial thing you have to do, convert the given kilometer hour in terms of meter per second. Okay, then what is the final velocity? Final velocity is 0 meter per second. After stopping the car, final velocity is 0. Okay, then what is the distance, total distance traveled? That is x equal to 200 meter. Okay, so we need to find the how long does it take to take for the car to stop. We need to find the time. Okay, so we know the equation to find the time, that is v equal to v0 plus at. V equal to v0 plus at. So we know the final velocity, we know the initial velocity, but we don't know the acceleration. First find the acceleration. To find the acceleration, use this equation. V square equal to v0 square plus 2ax. Okay, or just rearrange this one. So v square minus v0 square by 2x. So you will get this equation. Okay, just simplify this equation as like this for acceleration. Then now substitute. What is the v value? That is 0. Minus what is v0 square? That is 35 square. Then 2. What is the distance? 200. So when you solve this equation, you will get this value, minus 3.062 meter per second square. Okay, what is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. Clear? So once you get the equation for a or value for a, then you can use this formula. What is this? This is nothing but v equal to v0 plus at. You can use this kinematic equation. Okay, we know the value of v, final velocity 0. We know the initial velocity. We got the a value. Okay, we can find t. Okay, just to simplify, v minus v0 by a. Okay, this equation. T equal to v minus v0 by a. Just substitute. What is the v value? 0 minus v0 is minus 35. A is minus 3.062. Okay, so you will get plus 11.43 second. 11.43 second. Therefore, what is this? Car, when the car stops, its velocity goes on decreasing. So it is called retardation. So the negative symbol. Okay, for the acceleration it is negative symbol, means its velocity goes on decreasing, means It is retardation. So with this retardation, so we have the time taken to stop is 11.43 seconds. Consider the question number 3.8. On a two-lane road, car A is traveling with a speed of 36 km per hour. Two cars B and C approaches car A in opposite directions with a speed of 54 km per hour each. At certain instant, when the distance AB is equal to AC, both being 1 km, B decides to overtake A before C does. What the minimum acceleration of car B required to avoid an accident? Okay. So just consider there are three cars A, B and C. There are three cars. What is the velocity of A? The velocity of A, car A is 34 km per hour. But what is the velocity of B and C? Both are moving with the velocity 54 km per hour, but in opposite direction. If B is moving along A means C is moving in opposite of A and B. Okay, but B and C are moving with the velocity 54 km per hour. Okay, so we need when the B and A are 1 km away from each other, that is given when the AB is equal to AC being 1 km, when the distance between AB and AC are 1 km, at this time, so at this time B decides to overtake car A. Okay, so without colliding C, because when the both reaches means what happens, there is only two lane, then the only two lanes, okay, only two lanes there, therefore only two car can pass each other, okay, so or overtake each other. When the third car comes means what happens, so accident occurs, so that the B decides to overtake before C reaches at this point. Okay, this is a question. Then what the minimum acceleration B must have to overtake the car A before C reaches? So he must increase the speed. B must increase the speed. So he decides when is 1 km away from car A. Okay, so let us solve the problem. See what is the given. See the given velocity of A is 36 km per hour. Just convert it into meter per second. What you have to do? Just multiply 36 by 5 by 18, or 36 km means 36,000 meter by 1 hour means 3,600 second. So you will get 10 meter per second. Then what is the velocity of B and C? Velocity of B and C both are equal but in opposite direction. Okay, this is VB, then this is VC. Therefore VB equal to minus VC. But what is the velocity? 54 km per hour. In the same manner, convert it into meter per second. You will get 15 meter per second. Okay. Then you can find the relative velocity of B with respect to A. Okay, what is the relative velocity of B with respect to A? So that is VB minus VA. VB minus VA. So we will get, what is VB? That is 15 meter per second. Then what is VA? That is 10 meter per second. So 15 minus 10 is 5 meter per second. So it is the relative velocity with respect to A, because A is also moving, B is also moving. What is the relative velocity of B with respect to A? That is 5 meter per second. But here in this case both are approaching. Then what is the velocity of A or C with respect to A or with respect to C? So in the same manner we can find, that is VAC equal to VA minus VC. What is VA? So we already got here. VA is 10 meter per second. Then what is VC? That is minus 15. Minus 15. So minus of minus is plus. Therefore, you will get 25 meter per second. That means the time taken by the car C to cover 1 kilometer with a relative velocity of 25 meter per second without acceleration. So you must move with the same acceleration, same velocity, constant velocity. Therefore, without acceleration, you must move towards A. Without acceleration means A equal to 0. Okay. Therefore, what time he will take to reach at A? So you can solve using the kinematic equation. X equal to V naught t plus of AT square. X equal to V naught t plus of AT square. Okay. So we know the distance. He must cover 1 kilometer. That is 1000 meter. That is 1000 meter. X equal to 1000. Then he must not give the acceleration. Therefore, A equal to 0. So A equal to 0. So then we don't know the time, t square. Then what is the initial velocity? What the velocity is moving car C? That is 25 meter per second. 25 into t into t. Clear? Therefore, when you solve, this becomes 0. So therefore, t equal to 1000 by 25. That is 40 seconds. That means the car C will reach the A. Car C will reach A at 40 seconds. That means before 40 seconds, the car B must overtake A. Okay, car B must overtake A. Then what is the relative velocity of B? That is, we already find 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second. Clear? Therefore, once again use the same equation. X equal to, so this is for car B. This is for car B. So x equal to of AT square plus V naught or V naught t plus of AT square. Okay. So the distance, car B must cover 1 kilometer. That is 1000 meter. 1000 meter. X value is 1000. Okay. Of. We need to find A. That is acceleration. Minimum acceleration. Okay. And time. Within the 40 seconds, he must, before the 40 second only, he must cross the car A. Therefore, t equal to 40 seconds. So then V naught. What is V naught? That is the relative velocity of B with respect to A. Okay, that is 5. Then what is t? 40. So when you solve this equation, okay, so just square it. What you get? 4 16. 1600 by 2 means you will get 800. So this is 800. Then this is 200. Bring it to the left hand side. 1000 minus 200. So by 800. So A equal to 1000 minus 200 by 800. That's 800 by 800. That is 1 meter per second. So the acceleration of B must be 1 meter per second square. Therefore, he can overtake car A without colliding car C or without making accident. Hope you understood this problem. Question number 3.10. A player throws a ball upward with the initial speed 29.4 meter per second. To what height do the ball rise? And after how long does the ball return to the player's hand? Okay. So from the ground level, the boy throws the ball in upward direction with the velocity 29.4 meter per second. Okay. So we need to find what height it will rise. What height it will rise. What height it will rise. Okay. And how long does the ball return to the player's hand? After throwing, how much time it will take to return to its hand? How much time it will take? Okay, total time we need to find out. So, first let us find how high it will rise. How high it will rise. When it throws the ball initially, what is the velocity? V naught. When it reaches at the highest point. Okay, normally what happens? The ball stops and it returns back. Therefore, the final velocity must be 0. Okay, when it reaches the peak point, the ball stops and it returns back. Okay, so therefore final velocity is 0. So therefore we can use this equation, v square equal to v naught square plus 2a. In the direction of y means you can take y, 2ay. Okay, that's the kinematic equation. So see the given things. The final velocity v equal to 0 meter per second. Okay, then it is when it moves in the upward direction means what is the acceleration on the ball? That is nothing but g. Okay, always acceleration due to gravity, it acts in the downward direction, so that you have to take a equal to minus g because it is in negative y axis. Okay, therefore the given, see the given, v equal to 0 meter per second, that is final velocity. What is the acceleration? That is minus g, that is nothing but minus 9.8 meter per second square. So we need to find the height, that is nothing but y. Okay, so initial velocity is given in the upward direction means that is plus 29.4 meter per second. So now use the kinematic equation, v equal to v naught square plus 2ay. Then do the substitution. What is the final velocity? So 0. What is the initial velocity? 29.4 square, because the equation is in the square term. Then write 2 as it is. Then what is the acceleration? That is minus 9.8. So that we have substituted the negative symbol here. Okay, that is minus 9.8. We need to find y. Y is nothing but the height h. Okay, so when you solve this equation, so you will get 44.1 meter. Okay, so just square this term and bring it to the left hand side, then you divide this term. Okay, both will be the negative term, therefore means you will get h equal to 29.4 square by 2 into 9.8. so you'll get the answer 44.1 meter. Clear? So then we need to find how long it will take to return to its hand. Okay, what's the total time taken? So you can use another kinematic equation, that is v equal to v naught plus at, v equal to v naught plus at, or t equal to bring v naught to the left hand side, you will get v minus v naught, then bring a to the denominator, that is a. So you can use this equation. Okay, t equal to v minus v naught by a. Clear? So what is the final velocity? 0. What is the initial velocity? 29.4. Then what is a? That is minus 9.8. Okay, so minus by minus, that is plus, you will get 3 seconds. So this is the answer for this question.